It's time for my favorite part of the project. I've been looking forward to this since I drove the first nail in that base. We're doing the facade. But what's a facade? A facade, well, let's see, according to the dictionary, a facade is a false front. That makes sense, but it's also the front of a building that faces the public. So when you go down a street and you see all these fancy fronts on the buildings, that's called a facade. Because in the back, the building might not be quite so nice. But in this case it will be, but let's get the facade. I've got this design in my head. I've just really need to get this idea out of my head and let it run around in circles for a while and come to something and see what we come up with. So come on, let's go. First thing we have to do is put trim boards right across the top of the windows on each side, and a trim board across the top of the door. That way when we put the trim boards on there, they have something to butt up against and we know exactly the right length to use. That should work. Okay, as you can see, I put a little 10-degree angle right here on each end of every one of these. And now that gives me something to run the, the strips down and butt them into this, and then I'll just let them run wild up here on the top. And that'll give me some length to make the facade out of. It'll be great fun. Well, as you can see, I've installed a board across here, and that's the support for the porch. Because, what's a Wild West building without a porch off the front of the facade? Now I've got to fill in all this area up here with some more wood. Well, there we go. That looks pretty cool if you ask me. That is the facade. So what do you think of the facade? I think it looks pretty cool. That 2x4 you see down below the facade there, that's where the roof is going to come off of. That is for the porch. And a little 3-foot porch out there. It's going to look pretty sweet. Next week we're going to put the porch on it. That ought to be fun. Thanks for watching.